Bombay headquartered company, and its group enterprise value is $1.4 billion. We run the world's second largest contextual advertising business. In fact, we power Yahoo's and Microsoft search ads globally. And Zeta is one of the offshoot of that particular business, founded by a serial entrepreneur under 40 years old called Bhavin Turakia. We just had a reverse merger with a Chinese company for $900 million for Media.net. Zeta is basically divided into two streams of harnessing the taxable benefits what an employees can derive in terms of meal vouchers and gift cards, and then harnessing the cafeteria operations and how employees can actually focus more on productivity and less on standing in queue there. Okay, so the major challenge, be it any kind of corporate cafeterias or any kind of canteens, which is, we've divided, people into say white collar or a blue collar. If you, kind of standing there at peak times, you normally end up standing in a queue, and, sometimes you get bugged off of, backing out of that particular queue, saying that the order is taking that much of time. So more efforts are required in terms of the cafeteria operations of putting cashiers there, managing pilferages. There is a lot of loss basically due to pilferages, cash and everything and all that. Okay, so companies we've seen, they operate on these three basic models where they issue paper coupons where, in the form of meal vouchers or a prepaid card which can be swiped at your, cafeteria, and the more, prevalent form which is the cash there. Now, the challenges with all this is currently that people stand in queue. There is a lot of time in food preparation, and there is 5 to 15 minutes wasted per order, and so all there are more than 100 plus hours wasted. And then the inherent challenges with all these kind of mechanisms like paper vouchers is, a printing cost and, counting cost. Then you have people coming in saying that, sir, mera voucher, gum ho gaya, and every kind of fake vouchers kind of things are also kind of going on. And it is prone to damage and loss also. Even with the cards, you need to remember the PIN. I mean, I'm sure we are, on an average, each person remembers 4 or 5 odd pins of different odd mechanisms. Now, this becomes difficult. Sometimes you go to an ATM, actually forget your PIN there. So, because of all these kind of, systems coming in place where there are multiple cards at a 30-second plus transaction time, it's prone to theft or loss. And there is so much of cloning also happening in terms of, digital frauds there. So, we have this one, simple synonymous solution which is called as Zeta Express. It's the number one cashless cafeteria solution right now, which starts with something which is called as an express tag. Now this is a simple tap and pay kind of super tag, and which is 10x faster than cash payments. We provide a small NFC enabled sticker which can be stuck anywhere, including your pen. Okay, this is how it works. One second. Problem with the video. Okay, in the meantime it gets connected. I'll kind of skip this. So what happens here is, I'll kind of show the audience of how this works. So I have this card where the sticker got stuck here. So if your workforce is actually going to canteen, and if you are providing some kind of subsidized meals here, the amount can be preloaded onto this particular sticker. He simply has to go there and tap the sticker onto the phone which is NFC enabled at the workplace itself there. So we'll give the NFC enabled phone to the vendor. He'll just simply have to say his order, say I want one omelette which is 12 rupees, and automatically 12 rupees would kind of get deducted from this particular sticker and would be updated to the vendor itself. This is all due to the near field communication technology. The second simple technology which is also demonstrated outside is an ordering as well as a payment app, where people can order, and a QR code is generated, and they can simply go and scan the QR code and the receipt, take the receipt and pick up the order. So there is no exchange of cash there. People don't have to stand in line by standing. The vendor also saves an effort of deploying too many cashiers. He can actually do with one particular cashier, and then you enjoy your meal and with your colleagues with much more leisure time there. The third is the most advanced version, where you do not have to visit your cafeteria. This is called as Zeta Express Remote. No queues, no waiting, no cash. It has a facility where the menu is obviously integrated inside the app. You order what you want, the notification goes to the kitchen saying that the order has been placed by this particular employee of yours. Okay, you get notified when the order is prepared inside the app itself. So it has an in-app summary where you get notified saying that, okay, now the order is ready to pick up. So then you can go down if your cafeteria is based down or maybe remotely also, like someone spoke about Mindspace Airoli. So we've deployed a remote ordering solution there where the cafeteria is outside the campus. So you get a notification from the vendor saying that your order is prepared. You can go down and pick it up. Or if it has a delivery service or a butler service, someone can get you at your desk and you can enjoy your meal in that particular way. The payment options are pretty much simple with Zeta cashless cafeteria solution with an existing, we have a meal voucher where, amount can be preloaded into a meal voucher. People can actually spend through the meal voucher and Zeta settles to the corporate or to the vendor in 24 hours itself. So it allows corporates to actually subsidize and pay for meals, and it allows employees to save taxes also. People who are working on cash, they can actually, go and, pay the cafeteria vendor a lump sum amount monthly, and that can be created into a virtual card, which the employee can use it through a kiosk or the remote ordering solution or the tag. So for the cafeteria vendors, it's advance payment in his daily operations. And the third is the more ubiquitous form where it's a simple digital wallet. Zeta, people can fill in money from their bank accounts and can use it wherever the kiosk is deployed and can use the remote ordering facility there. So for the admin, for the HR, there are flexible limits and rules which are set up. I mean, you can actually set up a daily allowance limit for employees. You can actually set up shift-related restrictions. So employees within 2 to 3 or 2 to 4 should only be able to use this kind of facility of mine. You can set up menu and transaction and value per limit. So such kind of things can be set up from the dashboard itself by the admin or by the point of contact who is managing the cafeteria. Benefits for corporates, yes, it's 100% transparency in transaction, reduce administrative overhead, it reduces people who are monitoring their simple cafeteria management. The meal vouchers and everything can be activated and deactivated via common dashboard itself. For employees, time saved, there is no queue, convenient, and they enjoy a superior experience inside the cafeteria and while they enjoy their meal. I hope this video plays. So we had deployed this amongst our, a 1,200-seater cafeteria where we've seen the average business is actually going up by 20 to 30% while, people don't stand in line. Audio is not playing. No issues. So I'm sure I'll be able to manage you all with terms of the booth outside. But this is what Zeta stands for in terms of the cashless cafeteria solutions, where people can actually take a benefit and order it in-house and can get a comfort of the sumptuous meal which is offered across their campuses. So for any questions, you can, please ask me, or we have a booth outside, so people can come and take a demo, and I'll be happy to take the questions there. People who have any questions can feel free to please ask me here, so I can, kind of answer it. Sure. So we'll see you outside for the demo, Zeta Express demo, and I'm waiting for all your response and feedback. We've deployed at much more larger place across India. This is a newer solution. We've going live at Wipro Bangalore. We've deployed at Zensar there. We've deployed in Motilal Oswal, Zeta Meal Vouchers. We are working with 400 plus clients like Tata Motors and Angel Broking and Motilal Oswal. And we're deploying a customized solution with Microsoft also right now, where the cafeteria solutions would be integrated with their RFID mechanism there. So please feel free to drop down by the booth, and I'll be willing to take this queries forward there from there. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Is there a problem with your hardware? Even the audio. We can play it. No, I'll play it later on. I'll have. Have they played later on? No, we'll play it later on.
Okay.